The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the show. My name is Dave Kanyan. I know, it's crazy, right? Who would have thought? Who would have thought such a dum-dum could have a show? Hey, welcome to the Dumbcast. Hello, dum-dums. It is Sunday morning, November 27, 2016, and I am on my way home from work at the end of my fifth day of 16 hours a day. Oh, it's fantastic. I love this moment. I love that I'm a little bit up in the energy department. I've been tired. I mean, I'm absolutely exhausted. It's been a lot of work, a lot of driving. You got the holiday season. You got the country acting weird. And it's just been a whole bunch of, it's life. I love it. It's life. Well, thank you for letting me talk to you and listening to me in between your ears. And thank you for taking a ride with me as I head home during my commute in my porta potty, P-O-D-D-Y, my porta potty. That's what I call it, because this is where I do my podcast, which I call a Dumbcast. So we nicknamed it the porta potty. Get it? It's portable, and this is where I do my potty. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, it is, in fact, my 2000... Oh, by the way, thanks to Alex Exum. Oh, every show I forget to do this. Thank you, Alex. That was Alex Exum's voice you heard at the beginning of the show from the Exum Experience, heard on Spreaker, S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R. Alex Exum with the Exum Experience. If you want more information, go to alexexum.com. He doesn't ask me to do that. I do it because he did such a great job in the intro. I'm going to give him a plug every show. I'm going to give him shorter plugs eventually, and then eventually I'll totally forget, and, never mind Alex. No, I'm only kidding. But anyway, thank you, Alex, doing a great job, and I enjoy his show, which is somewhat similar to this one, except I think a lot better. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't want to listen to my show, you want new and improved, Dumbing It Down with Dave, listen to the Exum Experience. It's a shorter, more concise, and, he's a little bit more... He's more better. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. So thank you, Alex. And, hey, let's get right to that mileage report. All right? For those of you who are new to the show, or whatever, I don't even care if you're not new to the show. I do this in my porta potty, the 2008 Kia Rio LX. LX. L for luxury. X because, who knows? Oh, I don't know. What extra luxury. But instead of XL, which they could have done extra luxurious, they call it LX. So there it is. And I don't know what's so luxurious about it, if in fact it is luxurious. L stands for luxury. There's no power windows. There's no power brakes. No, that's not true. There's no power. There are power brakes. There's no power windows, no power doors. I can reach all four doors. It's sitting in my driver's seat. I can open all the windows. No power windows. They say that. No power windows, no power doors. The worst part about this, I do have wipers. I have air conditioning, which is pretty decent, actually. It freezes up in here really quickly. And the heat is fantastic. Everything works. The only thing that this car doesn't have, to the people of Kia, if they happen to be listening, and I really should contact them, let them know that somebody's doing a podcast, a Dumbcast from a Kia Rio, to and from his commute, to work. The only problem with this car, and it's a big problem for me because I do long drives, is that there's no cruise control. I can't hit a button and just cruise. So that would be good. I guess they say it's good for gas efficiency, although I think that's been a myth. It's not really much better when you hit the cruise control. So anyway, that's the only problem with this car. Otherwise, it's fantastic. So the mileage report brought to you by Pipe Dream. Pipe Dream is a live internet radio show that's done every Wednesday on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America. Anywhere you are in the world, if it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America, also known as North America, more directly, more specifically, New York State, it is time for Pipe Dream Live with your host, Mike, also known as 3D, with his co-hosts, Jefferson and Joe Green. 1 hour, live, comedy. One guy talks, two guys listen. There's a lot of listening and laughter and love for a whole hour. And they have a special guest every week, and you can listen to it on comedypipe.com, or you could watch it and listen to it on YouTube. So there you go. Check them out. And the mileage this week is, listen to this, drum roll, 221,128 miles. Wow, we're getting there. 221,128. I do that every week, and I should be putting it in the show notes so we could track the mileage every week. Only because I'm doing it in a car. That's the only reason why I track it, because I'm doing it in a car. If I was doing it at home, who would care about the mileage? And it's a 2008 Kia Rio. So isn't everybody kind of curious how long this car is going to last? I am. I can't believe it's lasted this far. And I'm still getting the excellent fuel mileage, which, is 35, basically. If I did 60, 65 miles an hour, I guess I would do 36. I don't know, 37. I forget what it's rated for. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, there you go. And we got Alex in there. I got Pipe Dream in there. I got my mileage report. And now on to the show. By the way, this is episode 43. This is fantastic. Episode 43. And I'm going to give it a name right away. And it's going to be a surprise to one person. Absolutely. She's going to be like, what? He did what? Well, actually, you can't surprise anybody, because if they go to the Spreaker app on my website, they're going to see what it's called. All right. Episode 43, I'm going to call it My Buddy Linda. Or My New Buddy Linda. How about that? I actually now have two Lindas in my life. One is my therapist, but this isn't about her. Although, I could have, but she's fantastic, by the way. I love my therapist. I do. I love my therapist. Her name is Linda. She's fantastic. Maybe one day she'll come on the show. Who knows what I'll do with her one day. Anyway, she's been a big help. I only want to kill myself so much less now. I used to want to kill myself a lot more. Now it's a lot less. I used to hate myself a lot. Now I hate myself a lot less more. No, I'm only kidding. Anyway, Linda Irwin congratulations. You got a show named after you. I've done my buddy Bobby, my buddy Todd, my buddy Steve, and now it's my buddy Linda. Linda Irwin, who does a podcast called Awesome, listen to this, guys, Awesome Insanity Surfers. Awesome Insanity Surfers, found on Spreaker. They also have a website, which is www.a, the letter A as in Allen, how about A as in awesome, Dave? Duh. A as in awesome, I as in insanity, S as in surfer, and then xq.com. Interesting website name. Well, and the show is interesting. Created by Linda Irwin, and also there's a Dawson C. Green Jr. Look at that. Dawson C. Green Jr. It's an off-the-wall, irreverent, I guess you call it sketch comedy, and there's also music, and there's a lot of sound, different sounds. They use a thing called Sound Bible, and they'll tell you that. They have a lot of podcasts. I don't know if they have 100, 200, 1,000. They've been doing this for a while, and they don't number their shows. They're one of those podcasts that don't number. They used to number. I think they used to do like a season 1, episode 1, and then at some point I scroll down their on the app, on the Spreaker app, and they seem to just say, yeah, that's enough. Let's just name them. It's Awesome Insanity Surfers, and then they name the show. They have different themes, I think, and a whole bunch of stuff going on in that show. And I'll give you a quick review. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So here's all right. I'm just thinking in my head. Am I thinking in my head? Yes. You know that external thinking you do in your pocket? I'm doing this in my head. Okay. Oh, so let me just go back. Let me backtrack a little bit. So I met Linda. I have not met Linda. I don't even think I know what she looks like. There's a picture somewhere on the website of a woman. That could be her. I don't know. I don't care. I think there's a picture of Dawson Green. I don't know. I don't care. It's not about the pictures. It's not about the visual. It's about the audio, especially with Awesome Insanity Surfers. It's totally about the audio, and I super appreciate that. I think it's... So I met Linda because I commented, I think, on Spreaker Live. Spreaker itself, the app, has its own Wednesday show. It's kind of like a help show. It's not really. It's like entertainment. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. But it's a good show, especially if you're new to podcasting and you're new to Spreaker. They give you a lot of information. So it's Rob Greenlee, who's the head of content. He's in charge of content. I just think it's funny. Oh, I'm in charge of content here. Folks, let me see your content. Please put your content on the table. I want to see your content. Almost gets a little dirty the more you say content. Hey, how's your content? Did you bring your content today? Dave, did you bring your content? Does everybody have their content? I want to everybody expose your content. Gets worse and worse. Okay, so Sunday morning, woo, going home. I love it. I should be so tired. I should be on the side of the road, like comatose. People should be banging on my window. Is he okay? I don't know. It looks like he's comatose. Is it comatose or comatose? Comatose is when you put a big fat comma in the middle of a sentence, like a much larger font. Comatose. Anyway, Dave, you're reaching. Stop. Stay on point. Okay, so I commented something. I think I said hello to Linda. I don't know what I did. I do what I do. I do that dopey thing where I'm running for mayor all over the world. When I say hello, I say things. I say nice things. I say whatever. I break the ice. I put out an olive branch. Olive branch? Is there such a thing as an olive branch? Okay. So, Linda responded nicely. You know, I initiated nicely. She responded nicely. And then Linda went off the rails. In the nicest way possible. She went crazy. In the nicest way possible. More than any friend, Facebook friend, acquaintance, definitely relatives, than anybody I've known so far. She went, I think, starting from like episode 42 or 41, I don't know when she jumped on board, and she just went through the entire archive. She went nuts. And she listened to this. This is why she's my buddy Linda, my new buddy Linda. She listened, she commented, she replied, she shared, she tweeted, well, she did something else. Oh, and then she suggested, she gave me a suggestion for a show, which I loved. It was perfectly pragmatic. I'm not going to divulge that idea now. I have like 20,000 ideas. It's in the bin. It's in the bin of great ideas. And she gave me a suggestion for a show that's perfectly pragmatic, which is right up our alley, because this show is also not only the fastest podcast on earth. You know, see, I finally got that in there. Not only is it the fastest podcast on earth, it's also not only the dumbest, it's also all about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. And their show, her show, Awesome Insanity Surfers, is same and different. So anyway, thank you, Linda, for just really, like, you gave me so much energy. You gave me so much inspiration, because you're not a friend of mine who gave me a mercy listen. You're not another friend of mine who kind of gave me a mercy listen and whatever. You're the first person that I know that's listening to my show that I don't know. I know you now. So that's great. I'm finally I got 3 people listening to the show now. Maybe does Dawson listen? I don't know him either. So, but he knows you. So if he's listening, then that's great. That's how you build your audience. I didn't say hello to Linda to build my audience. I said hello to Linda because they talk about her show. She's a constant, she's a frequent commenter on Spreaker Live. I think that's what Alex said, that she writes in letters all the time, and which is great, because that's what I do. I write letters all the time. I say things all the time. So I think Linda's a speaker. I think she's a talker. She's also seems to be a pretty good listener, and obviously a very good judge of character. She tweeted that Dumbing It Down with Dave, well, she put it on Facebook or something like that Dumbing It Down with Dave is one of her favorite, new favorite podcasts. I don't know what the old favorite podcast was. I don't know what I've replaced. I'm kind of curious. What was her favorite before me? She didn't mention it, and I didn't ask her. I'm just bringing it up now because I'm freewheeling down the road. How fast am I going? Yeah, 70, 75. All right, the whole thruway is going 75. Everybody's out of their mind today. Once again, here's the weather conditions. A little showery, very cloudy, all cloudy, mostly cloudy, and then more cloudy. There's cloud, and then there's more cloud. Some spots are more cloudy than other, but there's no sun at all anywhere. But anyway, 10:43 in the morning. I'm 14 minutes into this thing. I gotta get going. So Linda, thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Of course, I still appreciate Mark. I still appreciate Todd. and now I appreciate Linda. And I appreciate Bobby, by the way, who tweeted something or retweeted something. I'm kind of curious how far he'll go. My buddy Bobby, who I've made amends with, how far he'll come back and support me. I wonder. I always wonder, because he's one of those selfish, self-centered comedians. And I say this in the nicest way, Bobby, and to everybody listening. Comedians are often insecure, stand-up comedians, often insecure, self-centered, and selfish. They only think about themselves. What am I doing? What am I doing? Look at me. Pay attention to me. And you might say, Dave, aren't you doing the same thing? No. I totally share. I tweet. I post. I do. I'm in it. I'm engaged. All right, we've been over this. I am engaged. All right, so I've helped Bobby out with his endeavors. Believe me. Ask Bobby. Find him out. He's in Vegas. Go whatever. Say, hey, Bobby, what has Dave done for you? Oh, I've done plenty. I've been there, done that. Okay. So, thank you, Linda. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for going, I think, through the entire archive. I think you might have missed 1 or 2 episodes. I don't care. You've done enough. You've done more than enough. You're like 1,000% ahead of the game of everybody. Tweeting, sharing, commenting. I mean, it's just unbelievable. All right, good job. Thank you, Linda. So this show is called My Buddy Linda. There you go. And I want to, so let's do the review. So, by the way, I have 30 podcasts that I follow that I think 2 or 3 have just recently become inactive, which really kind of disturbs me. I don't know why a podcast would be on the show, be on the Spreaker, and then all of a sudden, they just stop. And these are not just amateurs. One is that guy, Mike, the guy from Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe. He had a show called That's the Way I Heard It, and it's been weird. And all of a sudden now, he hasn't uploaded anything to Spreaker. I wonder if he just decided Spreaker's just not worth it. I have no idea. Also, David Steinberg has a comedy podcast. He talks to comedians. And since the Greg Proops episode, I don't know what number it is, he stopped airing. There's no more podcasts on Spreaker. So maybe he's doing it somewhere else? I don't know. So I subscribe to 30. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I've been trying to catch up to Awesome Insanity Surface because Linda's been so great to me. I want to return the favor. So here's my review, real quickly. So of Awesome Insanity Surface. It's a good show. It's a very good show. I think it's a funny show. Why do I say I think? Well, I host a show called Dumbing It Down with Dave. That's not by accident. That's not by chance. I have a comprehension issue. I have a series of events issue. You can ask Mark. When people talk to me and they tell me a story, if I don't know they're about to tell me a story, you need to tell me. You need to say, Dave, focus. This is really how you got to talk to me, like a dog, like a puppy. You got to look at me. I'm about to tell you a series of events, so you need to follow. You need to pay attention. You can't drift off. If you do, you got to let me know, because you're not going to be there at the end when the story's over and I tell you the punchline, or whatever the moral of the story is. That's what I will do. If I don't know that you're going to tell me a series of events, I'm going to fade. I'm going to go bye-bye. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did you just say? It's going to be a lot of that. Wait a minute, but that doesn't make sense. And then you're going to say, but I just told you that. I stopped paying attention 10 minutes ago. I have a comprehension issue. And you can tell by sometimes the way I talk, the questions I ask about certain words. I didn't even know acute. Episode 1 of the show, there was obtuse and acute. I knew that acute was the opposite of obtuse. I just forgot. So I do a lot of forgetting, a lot of absent-mindedness. And also, listen, I'm fatigued all the time. I'm sleep deprived all the time. I have a high blood pressure all the time. I have a lot of issues, medical issues, depression, all this other stuff, sadness. I don't think I'm not clinically depressed. I'm mostly sad. It doesn't sound like it now, right? Well, because I'm on my way home. I'm very happy. When I get home, I'll start crying. That's not true. Tears of joy. So, Awesome Insanity Surfers has a lot going on. Sound, and I'm not a fan, and I'm not a fan because of a reason. I have a problem with modified sound. They do some interesting voices. They do a lot of characters. Great characters. Interesting characters. I don't know. It's kind of like if Hitchhiker. I hope this is a compliment, Linda and Dawson. If Hitchhiker's Guide, if Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had a podcast, if they had a sketch comedy troupe, internet podcast sketch comedy troupe inside the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think it might sound a little bit like this, like their podcast. So there's a lot of information. There's characters. There's a lot of verbiage. It's all comedy, and there's also music. And I have a problem with music because I can get music anywhere. Although, okay, I can get music anywhere. My buddy Bobby did a podcast. He's doing a podcast in Vegas, and they'll be talking for 5 minutes like I do. They talk, and then all of a sudden I'll hear a song. They go, okay, we'll be right back after these songs. I go, wait a minute. What do you mean songs? I don't need songs. What songs? I can go to iHeartRadio for songs. I can go anywhere for songs. The thing was with Sanity, Awesome Insanity Surfers, AIS, can we just call it AIS for now? Is that their music is from Sound Bible, I think. I don't know if some of it is self-created, original. I don't know, but you're not going to hear this music anywhere else. There's a lot of sounds. I don't know if I've heard songs with lyrics. I'm sure somewhere in there's songs with lyrics. They do a lot of stuff, and I give them a lot of credit. There's no way I could produce that show. There's no way I would have that imagination. I mean, I guess I can do some, what do you call it, ayahuasca? I guess I can get high, and I can just put the microphones in my mouth and go, okay, here I am out in the woods with my rabbit, my talking rabbit, and we're going to get on this rocket, and we're going to go to, Rabbitron. I mean, are they that insane? Well, it is Awesome Insanity. Okay, so they got some insanity going on, and it's awesome. I can't do that. I got to do this. This thing that I do now, this is what I do. This is what I'm best at. Opening up my brain and just, letting the brain crap, ooze out. My brain wax. So I give them all the credit in the world. I've listened to, 5 or 6 shows, and there's been a lot of shows where I said, wait a minute, what? Because there's a series of events. I had to go back. So I've listened to a lot of shows twice, and I'm not their audience. Am I? I don't know. They need, you got to have some smarts. They have some subtle comedy, too. They don't hit you over the head. It's not like Spike Jonze or the Three Stooges. It's a little bit like Spike Jonze and the Three Stooges, but it's 2016. You know what? I'm afraid to say anything because I don't want you guys to misinterpret. I don't want Linda to be upset that I'm not giving it a great review. I am giving it as great a review as I can because of my limitations. My limitations. Not the show's limitations. 23 minutes. All right, I got to get going. It's my limitations, my problems, my issues. So, Linda, it's not you. It's me. I hope we don't have to break up now. We were having such a good time complimenting each other and commenting on each other's shows. It's a fireside thing. It's a sitting down with a glass of sherry or something. What do you sit down and it's a lot like old radio because there's characters and there's creativity and ingenuity, all of which I'm not interested in because I have problems. It's me. It's not you. So anyway, okay, let's sum this up, shall we? Can we dumb this down? Let's dumb this down, which is a thing I haven't done in 30 episodes. Let's dumb it down. Great show. Inventive, creative, funny, possibly funnier to you than it is to me. I'm not saying it's unfunny. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I have comprehension issues. I have attention to detail issues. I have series of events issues. But I do know what they're doing. And they're doing something incredibly original. I have not seen or heard another podcast doing this at all. So right there, plus, check, not check, please, like check that off. Original, check, only one of its kind. Isn't that original? Check, lots of characters and creativity. I've heard, some of this stuff I've really heard. I go, where are they going with this? And then they go somewhere. I go, oh my God, they're having so much fun. They sound like they're having fun. And they never break character. These bastards, they're really good at what they do. They don't break character. And I don't know if it's scripted or improvised, but it's off the wall, and there's music, which is also off the wall. I think all the shows now are shorter, like 20 minutes. I don't know if they were ever longer, but I went back to episode 1 and 2 and 3, and then I skipped over and I went all the way to the last couple of episodes. So, and the show's been called different things over the years, but now it's Awesome Insanity Surfers, and you can go to the Spreaker app, or you go to their website, like I said, www.A as in awesome, I as in insanity, S as in surfers, and then xq.com. There's a lot of stuff there. I mean, even the website is kind of like, wow. I mean, I got to spend some time staring. I got to figure this out. But that's me, Linda, because I'm a dum-dum. I wish I was smarter. If I only had a brain. All right. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. I hope that was okay. If anything else, I gave you a lot of time. I gave you a sort of an Awesome Insanity Surfers review with different voices, inflections, and thoughts and ideas. And I hope you were able to follow my series of events. So, and I will be listening to more. Okay, how about that? I will be listening to more in the future. I do have 30 podcasts that I follow. You know, it's very hard to make time for everybody. Thank God I have a long and boring job of 16 hours a day. All right, let's just do it real quickly. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Dawson. DIDWD minus 40. DIDWD, Dumbing It Down with Dave, minus 40. 40 episodes ago, we did episode number 3, and that was Dumbing It Down with Dave, episode 3 and previews. What a great title, huh? Great title. It was a horrible show. I give my review of my own podcast, episode 3. Do not listen to it. Do not, or at least don't listen to the first 10 or 15 minutes. I talk about coming home from doing Pipe Dream, the first time I do Pipe Dream as a podcaster. Episode 2 was actually on my way to doing Pipe Dream. Episode 3 was on the way back, and I kind of give a revealing review of Pipe Dream and my feelings for the format of one guy listening, two guys talking. Once upon a couple weeks before I did the show, it was one guy talking, two guys, and one lady listening. One yenta. Oy. Anyway, she's not on the show anymore, but she's a wonderful person, I'm sure. So I give my honest review of the show and also of the format. One guy talking, two guys listening and laughing. So there you go. But otherwise, I'm very tired in that show on the way home, and episode 3, and I don't do a very good job of explaining the bit that I brought and all that other stuff. So anyway, I did return one more time to the show, and I had a much better experience. I can only do the show when I'm on vacation. Okay, 28 minutes. Good. 2 more minutes to go. Okay. I only have 1 or 2 more things here to do. That TV show that I've been destroying, Kevin Can Wait. That's it. For me, it's over. My wife and I listened to one more show. It was horrible. This is Kevin James from King of Queens. We can't do it anymore. I don't think I'm going back. And I did a little research, and the ratings are horrible, although I think they've been renewed for another season, just probably based on Kevin James's name and popularity. But the show, as well as The Odd Couple, just doing horrible. And maybe next episode, 44, I'll delve a little bit more into that. All right. Do I have time to be political? No, not really. All right. I don't have time to be political. I wanted to talk about these protests. I spent a lot of time on Awesome Insanity Surfers, and that's fine. Maybe I'll do another show after I hang up. I'll do another show. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. 1 minute, 10 seconds. I've been over 30 minutes. I don't want to go over it anymore. I'm going to do... No, I will not. Okay. I've decided to end the show. I'm not going to do it. I'll do another episode. I'll do episode 44. Leave the audience wanting more, they say, right? Whatever. You want more? All right, then go to... You want more? Then go to show 44. Look at me. Awesome Insanity Rhymer. You want more? Go to episode 44. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Don't forget Pipe Dream on the comedypipe.com network. Don't forget the Awesome Insanity Surfers, AISXQ.com, or go to Spreaker. And don't forget the Exum Experience, alexexum.com. And don't forget Dumbing It Down with Dave. That's me. Email me at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. Leave a comment here on the Spreaker app if you're listening on the Spreaker app. Tweet me at dumwithdave. I'm working on the Twitter. All right? Goodbye. Good night. Good day. Good luck. Good riddance. Godspeed and great skills. Bye.